It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with Ohio State's head coach before the game, he understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Wolverines ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. No shot at a return. It's out at the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Ohio State's offense will take the field first. Last time these two met, Ohio State didn't just fight that team across the field. They pretty much knocked them out, stomping Michigan.
Yeah, it was a heavyweight knockout, too. They were throwing haymakers right from the opening bell. We know that Ohio State recruits at such a high caliber, and they're consistently pumping guys into the NFL. First-round talent as well. Last year's game, all of their best players, they showed up big.
And Michigan had no answer, and now does Michigan have an answer this year? Because it's another talented Buckeye team. Every year you're going to play the Buckeyes, they're going to be talented. Michigan has to make the game physical. Michigan has to play their brand of football if they want to change the outcome.
On the draw, it's Jackson. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Tight end now in motion. Here's Julian Ncaa to throw. Release to the back. That's caught. It's Jackson. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And the Buckeyes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To throw, it's Ncaa. Makes the catch.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback keep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
So the offense accepts a penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. The seventh play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on third and short. Ncaa. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Buckeyes! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball on the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. The Wolverines offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes Bryce Underwood. Led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Underwood. Working that left side now. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Underwood. He's got it. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're
got a little grass. Touchdown, Wolverines. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle. It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Play fake, say it. Makes the grab. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Running inside, it's Jackson. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They're working that left side. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
Throwing, say it. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. This is the essence of rivalry games, the big moments that you just say a few words and everybody remembers where they were when it happened. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Here we go. The run inside. It's Jackson. Finding some room. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
He'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he's in! Touchdown! Buckeye! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
They were banking on the yards after the catch, but look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Throwing, Underwood. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Under fire. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. Again, it's Underwood. Makes the catch. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Zings it complete to the right. Hard-hitting tackle.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quickly to the tight end. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
To the air, it's Underwood. Throws toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback making checks. Again, it's Underwood. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Michigan! He got it beat down in bounds.
Really nice timing on that throw by the quarterback. Took his steps, he hitched, he got rid of it quickly on the line, put it on his guy running straight down the field, and he's able to catch it in the end zone.
These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jackson. He's got 50 yards rushing, and he's closing in on 1,400 for the season. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
It's complete to the left. Oh, he got loose. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Snagged out of the air. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Julian with the play fake. Big fella moving. Touchdown Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Chambers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Pulls it in. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here's Underwood to throw. Looking down the middle. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Underwood. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Some QBs see it right off the jump, believe what they see, and they go in and they go for it regardless. And I think right there, he knew where he wanted to go with the football, and he missed, but it looked like to me he was forcing it a little bit too much.
Rushes on him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game.
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Underwood. He tries to take the top off. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback.
And he's got room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Say it. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Lets it fly deep downfield. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Underwood throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Chambers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Catching up with the Wolverines head coach at the half. The message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
All right, Holly. They'll give it to him again. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. And they stop him short. Complete the pass, but no first down.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Find some fresh air. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Got his man on the right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Jackson. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye!
And you gotta love seeing that. If you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Throwing, Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So here comes the Michigan offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
This time it's complete.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
And they can't make the connection.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Under fire. Right on the money. And he's going to come up just a tad short. Needed to get the ball to the 35, and they'll mark it at the 34.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Bryce Underwood to the air again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
And the Wolverines, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To the air, it's Underwood. Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Running inside, it's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Ncaa on the play action. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Ncaa from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. He breaks a tackle. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. On the ground with the counter. Got room at the 35. Lots of room to run. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They are putting an exclamation point on their season with a victory here in the season finale, and gives us a chance to take a look at what's coming up the rest of the week. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. With the run on 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Looking for space. It's Marshall. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to the run. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Now looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 26. Here's Underwood to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just plowing ahead. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this week.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll leave it with him. Maybe a crease. Smashes ahead. They believe in this running game, and they take it all the way down to the 25 before he goes out of bounds. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. The Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They go play action with St. Clair. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Fires quickly. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. From the gun on 3rd down, St. Clair. Got it. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on 3rd down. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. All the way back to his 5-yard line. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Underwood. Makes the grab.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Complete to the right. Goes down immediately, but he's got plenty and a fresh set of downs here.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the